Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 91. In this video, I will be explain NCERT textbook questions. So question is, define octet rule and write its significance and limitation. So what is the octet rule? So atom can combine either by the transfer the valence electron from one atom to another, gaining, losing, otherwise by sharing a valence electron in order to have an octet in their valence shell. So it is known as octet rule. So that is means whenever electron gaining, losing and sharing, but target is complete its 8 electron in outer way. Okay, so that is means octet complete in their valence shell. This is the octet rule. Significance of the octet rules. It helps to explain why different atoms combine with each other, so to form ionic or covalent compounds. Okay, so different atoms combine with each other, so to form ionic or covalent compounds. Next is limitation of the octet rule. Octet rule can explain the formation of a large number of the compound, but it has many exceptions. First is electron deficient molecules. So electron deficient molecule, there are some molecules in which the central atom is surrounded by the less than 8 electrons. So their octet is incomplete. So element having less than 4 valence electrons, so generally form molecule of this category. So it is not explained by octet rule. Then odd electron molecules like NO, NO2, O2 are example of such molecules in which bonded atoms have odd number of the electrons, usually 3. So that's why these are called odd electron molecules. So octet rule is not satisfied for all the atoms. Third example, electron rich molecules. So elements of the third and higher period of the periodic table, because of the availability of the d orbitals, can expand their covalency and then can accommodate more than 8 valence electrons around the central atom. So this is the referred as the expanded octet. So more than 8 electrons not explained by the octet rule. So these are limitation of the octet rule. Okay, first one, electron deficient molecules, odd electron molecules, and then electron rich molecules. Next question is, draw the Lewis structure for the following molecules and ion. First one is hydrogen sulfide. So see, Lewis structure, all the elements have 8 electrons in their outer shell. So hydrogen has only 2 electrons. So here you see hydrogen, 1 electron share with the sulfur. Okay, is this hydrogen also? So this is the electronic Lewis dot structure of the hydrogen sulfide. Sulfur 4 electron, 5, 6, 7, 8 complete. Okay, SiCl4, silicon tetrachloride. Okay, Si attached with 4 chlorine bonds. So SiCl has 6 electrons, this Cl also, this Cl also, and this Cl also. So this is the Lewis dot structure of the SiCl4. Next, beryllium fluoride. So Be attach both of side fluoride ion. So fluoride 17th group of elements. So it have 7 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for the complete the octet, so it share 1 electron with beryllium. Okay, both of sides. So it's a Lewis dot structure of the beryllium fluoride. Then carbonate ion, CO3 2 minus. So this is the carbon, and then attached with the 3 oxygen. So this oxygen attached with the carbon double bond, and then both of the oxygen attached with carbon by single bond, and complex with 2 minus charge. So here you see oxygen has 16 group of the elements. So outer shell electron 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 electrons shared with the carbon to complete the octet. Then HCOOH, formic acid. Okay, so C double bond O, H, OH. So here you see oxygen, this oxygen attached with the carbon by the double bond to complete its octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 electrons share with the carbon, so its octet complete. This oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and both of side 1 electron share, so total its octet complete. This is the formic acid. Next question is, S3PO3 can be represented by the structure first and second here. So can these two structure be taken as a canonical forms of the resonance hybrid? So representing H3PO3. If not, give reasons for the same. So this C, phosphorus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oxygen also 6. Here see the difference here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 hydrogen attached with the. Here you see hydrogen here attached with phosphorus. Here hydrogen attached with the oxygen, then attached with phosphorus. So resonating structure or canonical forms differ only in the arrangement of the electrons, but not in the position of the atom. So these two structures cannot be taken as the canonical forms of the resonance hybrid, because position of the hydrogen has been changed in the two structure. Okay, here directly attached, here with oxygen and then after phosphorus. So here change the position of the hydrogen. So both are not a resonating structure or chemical forms, because both are different from only in the arrangement of the electrons, not in the position of the atoms. Next question is, what do you understand by the bond pairs and the lone pairs of the electrons? Illustrate by the giving one example of each type. So covalent bond is formed by the mutual sharing of the electrons. Okay, here you see CH3. So carbon has 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons, and hydrogen, each hydrogen 1 electrons. So hydrogen 1 electron share. So formation duplet, and carbon 4 electron share with 4 hydrogen of the hydrogen, 4 electron with hydrogen. So high carbon complete its octet, but no electron free here, that is mean no lone pair. Okay, so covalent bond is formed by the mutual sharing of the electron. Shared pair of the electrons present between the bonded atoms are called bond pair of the electrons, and unshared. So here not a unshared, but here you see nitrogen 3 electrons shared with 3 hydrogen, but only 2 electrons remain. So unshared electrons are called lone pair of the electrons. So ammonia contains 3 bond pair and then 1 lone pair of electrons, while methane contains only 4 bond pair. Okay, so this is the main difference between the lone pair and the bond pair. Next question is, explain the structure of the CO2 molecules. So I already explained this question, but again here is you see, if we consider only structure first for CO2, this one, carbon has 4 electron, 1, 2, 3, 4, oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 electron extra, but there should be 2 electrons to oxygen double bonds. Okay, so the bond length of the carbon and oxygen is 121 picometer. But whenever experimentally we have to find, so each carbon to oxygen bond length in CO2 is found to be 115 picometer, which is the between the carbon double bond oxygen double bond 121 picometer and carbon triple bond oxygen triple bond 110 picometer. So CO2 is considered as a resonance hybrid of the following 3 Lewis structure. Here you see carbon double bond, both of side attached with the oxygen. So one oxygen, the loss of the electron, so positive charge, and one oxygen gaining the electron, so negative charge. Okay, so these are 3 Lewis structure of the CO2. Next question is, although geometries of the ammonia and water molecules are distorted tetrahedral and bond angle in water is less than ammonia. Here you see nitrogen attached with 3 hydrogen and 1 lone pair. Oxygen has 2 attached with the 2 hydrogen and 2 lone pair. Sulfur also attached with the 2 hydrogen and then 2 lone pair. Phosphorus 3 attached with the 3 chlorine and then 1 lone pair. So ammonia and then water, both are okay distorted tetrahedral. In ammonia bond pair 1, 2, 3 and lone pair 1, but have water, okay, water only 2 bond pair and 2 lone pair. So that's the reason there is lone pair repulsion, because here 2 lone pair, so lone pair repulsion due to the presence of the 2 lone pairs of the electrons, while in ammonia only they are found only lone pair and then bond pair. So according to the VSEPR theory, the former one is more stronger, so the bond angle in water is less than ammonia. Okay, so in water lone pair repulsion due to the presence of the 2 lone pair, but in ammonia only 1 lone pair, so there is no only 4 lone pair and bond pair repulsion. So according to the VSEPR theory, the former one more stronger, okay, and the bond angle in water is less than ammonia. Okay. Next question is discuss the shape of the following molecules using Vosper model. So here given beryllium chloride, boron trichloride, silicon tetrachloride, arsenic pentafluoride, hydrogen sulfide, PH3. So according to the Vosper theory, the shape of a molecules depend upon the number of the valence shell electron pairs, bonded or non-bonded, around the central atom. Okay, so pairs of the electron in the valence shell repel each other. So order of the repulsion: lone pair, maximum repulsion, comparison, then lone pair, bond pair, and less repulsion between the bond pair. So first we have to see shape of the beryllium chloride. So beryllium has only central atom. Beryllium has only 2 valence electron and which are bonded to the chlorine. Okay, so there are only 2 bond pair and no lone pair. Okay, so it is the type of the AB2 and the shape is linear. Okay. Second example is given boron trichloride. So boron attached 3Cl. So boron has only 3 valence electron and attached by the 3 electron. Okay, so are bonded with 3 chlorine atoms. So it contains only 3 bond pair and no lone pair. So A, that is means B, and 3Cl. So B3, AB3. This type of the molecule and shape is trigonal planar. Next is silicon tetrafluoride. Shape of the silicon tetrafluoride according to the Vosper theory. So silicon has 4 bond pair and no lone pair because 4 electron are attached by the 4 electron with chlorine. So it is the type of the AB4. So it is a tetrahedral. Next is arsenic pentafluoride. Arsenic attached with the 5 fluoride and arsenic also 5 electron and 5 bond pair with the fluorine. So AB5. So shape is trigonal 1, 2, 3 and upper side and downside. So trigonal bipyramidal. Next, hydrogen sulfide. Sulfur has 4 electron, 6 electron. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 bond pair. Okay, 2 are used in bond formation while 4 electron as a lone pair. So it's contain 2 bond pair and 2 lone pair. So it is considered AB2E2. So shape is bent V shape. Next is PH3. So phosphorus trifluoride. Phosphorus is 5 electron. So 3 is bond pair and 1 is lone pair. Okay, so its central atom phosphorus 5 valence electron. So 3 utilized in the bonding and 2 is remain. Okay, so 1 lone pair. So its type is A, B3, E. Okay, so its shape is pyramidal. Okay, pyramidal. Clear? Next question is, what is the total number of the sigma and pi bonds in the following molecules? So C2H2, we have to count total number of the sigma and pi bond. But first we have to draw structure. So CH, triple bond CH. So here you see triple bond present between the carbon. So 1 sigma bond and 2 pi, and carbon and hydrogen here 1 sigma bond and 1 sigma bond. So total 1, 2, 3 sigma bond and 2 pi. Then C2H4. So CH2 double bond CH2. So double bond between the carbon. So 1 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. And here 1 sigma. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sigma bond and 1 pi. Next question is there any change in the hybridization of boron and nitrogen atoms as a result of the reaction? Is there any change in the hybridization of the boron and nitrogen atoms as a result of the reaction? So BF3 react with the ammonia. So BF3.NH3. So we have to explain about this. So in BF3 there are 3 bond pair and 0 lone pair. So boron is sp2 hybridized, but in ammonia there are 3 bond pair and 1 lone pair. So nitrogen is sp3 hybridized. So after the reaction, hybridization of the boron changes to sp3 but hybridization of the nitrogen remains the same. So nitrogen share its lone pair with the electron deficient boron. So boron is electron deficient and nitrogen electron rich. So borons accept lone pair with the nitrogen, and nitrogen share its lone pair. Okay, so that's reason nitrogen unchanged and then boron change. Next question is, draw the diagram showing the formation of the double bond and triple bond between the carbon atoms in C2H4 and C2H2. This is your homework, because double bond and triple bond, so we have to overlap. This is structure we have to form. See, this is the structure of the ethyne. Carbon attached. So C triple bond C. So 2 pi bond. So C pi bond 2 sharing its bond with the other carbon. Okay, you draw this way also. Carbon attached, this single bond, sigma bond, and if you draw this way. Okay, clear? So 2px 2py, and then C2H2, this way bond. C2H2, that is means 2 pi bond and 1 sigma bond. Okay, so this way 2px and 2px, upper and downside. So this is your homework, because structure you draw, so that is means your practice. So draw the diagram showing the formation of the double bond and triple bond between the carbon atoms in C2H4 and C2H2. So this is your homework. And then difference between the sigma and pi bond. So I already explained, but first you see my video and then you practice diagram and then write the difference between the sigma and pi bond. Next question is, apart from tetrahedral geometry, another possible geometry for CH4 is square planar with the 4 hydrogen atom at the corners of the square and the carbon atoms at its center. So explain why CH4 is not square planar. Tetrahedral geometry. Another possible geometry for CH4 is square planar with the 4 hydrogen atoms at the corners of the square and the carbon atom its center. So why CH4 is not square planar? Reason: in ground state carbon atomic number 6, 1s2, 2s2, 2px1 and 2py1. But in excited state, one electron also is excited, so going to the 2pz. So configuration is 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz. So CH4 molecule carbon is sp3 hybridized. So it is a tetrahedral in shape, because 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons. So its shape is tetrahedral, but for square planar dsp2 hybridization is required, and here not a d involved. Okay, so only for sp3 involved, so its shape is tetrahedral. Okay, and dsp2 hybridization is required, which is not possible in carbon due to the absence of the d orbital. Okay, but furthermore, according to the VSEPR theory, 4 bonded electrons pair around carbon atoms arrange themselves in regular tetrahedral geometry. Okay, got it? Next question is, explain the formation of the hydrogen molecules on the basis of the valence bond theory. This question again repeat. So please see that my video. Okay, so this is your homework. And this question also, what is meant by the hybridization of atoms, orbitals, shape of the described sp, sp2, sp3 hybrid orbital. So these question 2 repeats. So please, okay, see my video and then practice. Then question number next. Which hybrid orbitals are used by the carbon atoms in the following molecules? Which hybrid orbitals are used by the carbon atoms? So here CH3, CH3. So first here you see structure CH3, CH3. So here sigma bond, all are single bonds. So sigma bond, so each carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon also 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sigma bond. Okay. And this structure is CH3, CH, double bond CH2. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each carbon, this carbon is 4 sigma bond, this carbon 3 and this carbon 3. This structure CH3, CH2, OH. This carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. And this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, and this carbon only one sigma bond. Okay, with the oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then CH3CHO, CH3, COOH. So one oxygen attached with the carbon double bond, OH. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So this carbon only 3 sigma bond, and this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if a carbon is bonded by only single bond, so it is a sp3 hybridized, and if is bonded double bond, so sp2 hybridized, and if it is bonded by the triple bond, so it is sp hybridized. So here you see this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sigma bond, that is means it is a sp3 hybridized. Okay, and this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, so it is also sp3 hybridized. Okay, so whenever sp2, like here you see this carbon 3 sigma bond, so sp2 hybridized. Clear? Next question is, write the significance of a plus and minus sign shown in representing the orbitals. So orbitals are represented by the wave functions. A plus sign represents a positive wave function and a minus sign represents the negative wave function, and combination of the two wave function having similar sign giving the bonding molecular orbit, and while that having opposite sign giving the anti-bonding molecular orbit. So this is the main difference between the plus and minus. Okay, plus represent positive wave function, okay, and combination of two wave function having similar sign, so bonding, and opposite way anti-bonding molecular orbital. Next question is, use molecular orbital theory to explain why the beryllium-2 molecule does not exit. So electron configuration of the beryllium-2, so 4 plus 4, because each beryllium is 1s2, 2s2, 1s2, sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, 2 sigma star 2s2. So bond order is half, and Nb minus Na upon 2. So bonding here 4, and anti-bonding is also 4. So 4 minus 4 upon 2. So 0. So bond order is 0. So beryllium-2 does not exit. So whenever MOT, in question MOT comes, so you write according to the MOT, write the configuration, electronic configuration, sigma and sigma anti-bonding. Okay. Next MCQ questions of this chapter. Question number first, MCQ. Cossel-Lewis approach was based on the reactivity of elements, inertness of the noble gas, reactivity of matters, inertness of the non-matters. So Cossel and Lewis approach was based on the inertness of the noble gas. Next question is, which of the following molecules has a triple bond? So you already known about C2H2, ethyne has a triple bond. Methane is single bond, and then ethyne is triple bond, and C2H4 double bond, and O3 is not a double bond and triple bond. Then next, the bond formed as a result of electrostatic attraction between the positive and negative ions. So positive and negative ions was termed as the electrovalent bond. Next, HOH bond angle in water is which angle? 104.5 degree. Next is, dipole moment is usually designated by a Greek letter mu. Mu is equal to Q into R. So what is the Q and R? So Q represent charge and small r represent the distance of the separation. Q charge and R is equal to distance of separation. Next is, which of the following molecules represent resonance? So resonance O3 represent because it has a double bond, carbonate also, and CO2 also. So double bond and single bond conjugated system are present, that is means represent resonance. Okay, so all three molecules has double bond and single bond. So double bond and single bond alternate are present, that is means represent resonance. So option is D, all of these. Next, question number 7. The structure which represents the molecular structures more accurately is called. Represent the molecular structure more accurately is called resonance hybrid. Next question, which one of the following species has planar triangular shape? Okay, so planar triangular shape is NO3 minus. Next question is number of the pi bonds and sigma bonds in the following structure. This is the given naphthalene. Okay, so naphthalene given. So first you count double bond. So double bond here you see this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 double bond. So 5 pi bond. Okay, double bond have 1 pi bond and 1 sigma bond. Okay, so here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pi bond. 5. Okay, so option here given C and D. So here 19 and 20. So first you count sigma bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. So total 19. 5 pi bond and 19 sigma bond. Okay, so option number C is correct. Clear? Got it? Next question number 10th. Which of the following has minimum bond length? O2, O2 plus, O2 minus and O2 2 minus. So answer is O2 plus because positive charge, so electron remove. So minimum bond length is O2 plus. So all questions are covered. If you have a problem, so please tell me by the message. Okay. Thank you so much.